The hate doesn't bother me. I'm pretty secure in who I am as a person, and I just don't let it get to me. I always was told and learned, even in prison, that when haters run their mouths, the best thing to get under their skin is not like engaging in the drama. It's actually just living your life, like not letting it affect you.
It looks like we got mouse reported or something on YouTube, so it's so weird.
To post on social media, I'm not gonna do any more interviews or TV shows. You got what you want, so leave me alone. I should have lived a quiet life when I got out. You know what? You're damn right I should have. You should have gone and lived yeah, absolutely I should have, and I didn't, and you know that was my fuck up. Paying the consequences now, right?
December 12, 2025 marked a defining moment in what many now call the Truth Strain movement. On that day, Into the Weeds podcast released the first clips from the FOIA files that had quietly been in progress since June 2024. And the impact was quick. A tide of clips and comments flooded social media, everyone agreeing in one thing. What the hell they were watching? Why Gypsy Rose Blanchard was offering the V-card of their future daughter to Nick. For the first time, netizens were confronted with concrete visual proof of the extent of Gypsy Rose Blanchard's manipulation and disgusting word salad. And not just hers, but the involvement of the entire Blanchard clan in a narrative that was intentionally deceiving. Her father and stepmother were more involved in Gypsy's life than what they say. Her legal representation, her lawyer, was shady. And yes, even the documentaries and interviews that, intentionally or not, helped shape and sell a Hollywood narrative full of holes to the masses are being exposed for their lack of research, choosing to perpetuate a lie. Then it was content creators who took the matter into their own hands and did the work that the mainstream media should have done. The Truth Strain movement has blown Gypsy Rose's story to smithereens. There are numerous clips of Gypsy, her man, and her swamp goblins asking for all the truth to come out. And the Truth Strain creators are serving, and Gypsy is now so bothered. The release of the Gypsy files are the devil she thought were locked out from the public eye. She was so sure that no soul would see them, but there is always a way. The truth always comes out. The FOIA files are not snark page speculation. They are not conspiracy theories about the early hours of June 10, 2015. These files are documented evidence gathered during a police investigation. Evidence that shows how Gypsy exerted control over Nick Godejohn, the man she would eventually place the murder weapon into his hands. A stolen knife from Walmart, a 2-year plan in the making, a murder carried out while her mother, Claudine Blanchard, slept in her bed. Because nothing exposes intentional deception more clearly than watching it unfold in real time. Seeing a woman in flesh and blood weave a web of manipulation over more than a decade, only for that web to collapse under the weight of her own words. Once the truth is seen, it cannot be erased. And that is where the backlash begins. And more people are joining the Truth Strain movement every day. Content creators are now facing what can only be described as a cherry-picked witch hunt, fueled by a perpetually bothered, fabricated victim who cannot tolerate scrutiny. Boson Blanchard initiated a large-scale copyright strike campaign against the True Strain, this time leaning on a trademark application tied to her name. Trademarks are not gag orders. It doesn't go beyond a brand protection. Copy strikes can end in court, but not against the creators affected. Keep effing around. YT is liable to ban accounts of people that abuse their system. This is not the first time she has attempted to silence content creators through copyright action. About a year ago, Gypsy issued copyright strikes against Flawless Nina and Conspiracy. Strikes they allege were false, just as the ones we are witnessing now.
Well, I don't understand what it is that she cares so much about what the general public thinks. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me.
I just don't understand why she thought this was a good idea. Like, we weren't going to come for her 10 times harder. Like,
Wouldn't
hello?
it happen to
like I'm talking
Conspiracy?
about for her neck.
Like, what
really?
Oh, I'm so bad.
A year ago, the result was also a swift backlash and visible damage to Gypsy Rose's public image. Then she had the magnificent idea to mock several content creators publicly on TikTok.
I just want people to know. I'm so sorry, this is hard to talk about. I just want people to know that if I go missing, call the FBI. I know with 100% certainty that I had to take out my teeth for this one. I know with 100% certainty that Gypsy Rose Blanchard did not give birth to any baby. So I'm pretty sure that everybody's seen the video or the picture that's going around of Gypsy giving herself a buzz cut. Child, you better get your coasters ready because the tea is piping hot. So let me tell you what Gypsy Blanchard did. So, allegedly, she took a shit today. Yeah. And sources say, well, all I'm going to say is that we all know, like all of us know, that there is no nutrition from corn.
At the time, it marked one of the first instances of a supposed victim of a famous crime directly targeting independent creators, especially Flawless Nina, who she had a personal vendetta that ended being covered by Gypsy's precious DMC.
To take me out to drinks on live while Gypsy Rose was sitting right there when they were allegedly just friends.
But in classic Bosom by proxy fashion, responsibility was quickly redirected. Through her spokesperson, her chosen mouthpiece, the strikes were blamed on the PR team she was working with at the time, distancing herself from accountability. Now, in 2026, the story repeats. But she's not hiding anymore. There's little doubt that Gypsy is targeting creators who are actively challenging her embellished story and are exposing the FOIA files. If she was not a liar and was saying the truth this whole time, why is she spiraling down and is going in like a mercenary, unfairly silencing content creators, like the way she's doing now with the preachy posts that are actually threats and legal technicalities? You can't say you don't care what people say while simultaneously copy striking creators who comment against your act. Accept it. You are losing sleep, spiraling down over the truth train. This messy situation shows one thing. Gypsy has never wanted a quiet life. She has always needed attention. She is a real slave of it. She is A potty mouth, attention seeking pick me. Walking away from social media will never be an option because attention is the drug she survives on. When one image fails, she simply swaps it for another. She is a mastermind on that, like it is using people to do her dirty deeds. Now, her new weapon of choice is the trademark, the clips to her last resort to make it. IG is her last frontier, and she will fight. Her sharp nails want to get dirty.
I personally don't like labels. I never have, and I don't think I ever will. As someone who has labeled many things on the internet,
And we'll see about it. There's nothing stopping this movement. Trademark Karen, creators will continue to unravel the lies with every video exposing yet another contradiction, omission, or messy behavior. You make that so easy. No, a new player will always show up in the field. Pop off, nobody is afraid, but the Karen, she should. She wants to be a star, but she will forever be rejected. First, it was the reality TV dreams and they got cancelled. Then the lifestyle influencer dreams, one she chased hard and repeatedly failed for being a boring narc with nothing to offer.
come with me as I go to LA, looking stunning. No filter here needed. Outfit choice of the day. And I picked the outfit that y'all chose. Option number 2. Thanks. See y'all in LA.
Even after the cancellation of her Lifetime show drama, she has nothing to offer. Before the FOIA files surfaced, she rebranded herself as a mom influencer. And nobody was being influenced because she has nothing relevant to offer but future faking trips that will never happen and finding outdated prescription pads that were good for nothing. You need more than that to get prescription drugs. Police knew it, didn't consider it evidence, and left it behind. But she saw the opportunity to validate her story, and blip, nobody cared. Time to lick the baby's face, and then, after the FOIA files dropped and the narrative began to crack even more, she pivoted again, this time into the reborn Christian influencer. And still she keeps being bland and offering nothing but copy strikes and psychobabble we've heard a million times before. No decent human being will listen to a self-labeled life coach wannabe that manipulated a man to murder her mother. Any person that is a follower to this woman should be investigated. The costume may change for her, but the objective never does. The blood money grift must continue. Gypsy is a public figure created by a crime. She is a convicted felon whose relevance exists solely because her mother is dead. Alive or buried, Didi Blanchard is the only reason Gypsy has a platform at all. Without that murder, there is no fame, no sympathy economy, no audience to perform for. She is branded with that bloodstain for life.
24-year-old Gypsy Blanchard stood in the courtroom looking scared and nervous as she admitted to planning and killing her mother, Didi Blanchard.
How did you plead to the Class A felony of murder in the second degree?
Guilty to second-degree murder.
At the beginning, people didn't question anything because the information was fuzzy. But now, the elephant in the room is too big to ignore. Gypsy Rose Blanchard didn't snap. She didn't act in a moment of self-defense. She planned, hunted a hitman in a Christian dating website in 2012, then seduced this man with her 13 shades of crap, and then facilitated the crime. And if you may want my opinion, she was stabby Blanchard on her mother. She accepted a plea deal, and much of the evidence never saw the light of day until now. And now, in the court of public opinion, that evidence tells a story far different from the one sold in all those documentaries and interviews. Nick is not the big bad monster she pictured. Neither was she no helpless victim trapped with no options, but a calculated manipulator at the center of the crime, directing events while others paid the price. Her hands are dirty with her mother's blood. Manipulation still is manipulation, no matter how many adjectives are used to soften it. At the end of the road, excuses, justifications do not erase responsibility. There were 3 people involved in this crime. One is dead, one remains silent in prison, and one continues to rewrite history for entirely self-serving reasons. We were told she was too afraid, too controlled, too helpless to seek help. Yet, the FOIA records revealed a very different reality. She had a computer with internet access and parental control to manage what her mother could see or not. A camera to record slutty, perverted videos, a house phone, a cell phone, plenty of frizzy wigs and lingerie for seduction. She talked on the phone for hours, texted for hours, had multiple accounts on Facebook for her disgusting fetishes and her multiple personalities, which she made daily posts like a clock. She was alone for hours to escape, but still, she sent money to Nick, financed his trip, his hotel, and his transportation straight to her pink house. She coordinated logistics, she helped arrange the gloves, a Minnie Mouse tape, and whatever Nick will need for the murder. Even offered an anti-anxiety pill if he needed it. Yeah, guys, I hope you get it. This woman meticulously planned a murder over the course of years without raising suspicion. This is the woman who wants real victims in her podcast to leash on their pain for profit. She had options, plenty of them. That contradiction matters. She just didn't want to escape. She wanted her mother dead. And this is Gypsy's greatest achievement in her miserable life. Be a mommy murderer. For the rest, she's an utter failure. She has not turned her life around. Come next year, and she will be in the same crap. And while Didi was far from a good, honest person, she was the only parent who cared. Any hatred Gypsy had towards Didi does not excuse calculated murder. The way it has been proven by FayeCoops, Into the Weeds, Laurie the Expert, and all these creators that she has copy-struck, especially when they had proved her deep manipulation. She has a microdelusion. She was not medically abused. She has lied to save her lacking behind, and luck is running out. This alleged psychopath doesn't want to confront this Gypsy, and I will insert the Blanchards in the mix. Hey guys, the gravy train is over. The rift will not bring you money in 2026. I will say the real reason Gypsy and the Blanchards resist scrutiny is simple. They don't want to confront the truth, that the image they've sold is built on hypocrisy, dishonesty, and selective details in a fake story. Because once you strip away the self-made victim branding and now her Christian beige polish, what is left is a deeply delusional, a malignant woman that monetized a tragedy she planned, created a big web of lies to protect herself, and now lashes out at anyone who refuses to play along. And yes, that's my opinion. The house of lies is coming down. The tide has turned and it's getting bigger. than any lie or any news story you want to push out. In a war, battles are won and lost. But the biggest satisfaction is no one believes you anymore. Take your no labels crap, your fake accountability, your bullshit podcast and shove it deep in your ass. It doesn't matter. It's not going to be the big break back to fame and fortune you think will be. The current engagement you'll have comes from bots and haters. The 15 minutes of fabricated victim fame are over. Tiki-tock, tiki-tock. What will be remembered is your infamy as a liar and a fraud, and that will be legendary. A simple, curious click to a link, and boom, it reveals the real monster this possum is. Trademark Karen Blanchard. Keep on exploiting the crime you planned and crapping on your mama's memory, because karma will knock your door at God's timing, and God's justice is perfection.
That I had, ranging from muscular dystrophy to leukemia, hearing impaired, vision impaired, anything. Grace, I got a quick question for you that maybe you can help me understand. But, you know, the post that I put with, you know, pictures of me when I was little that I had posted yesterday or whatever, some people in my comments are trying to say that I had leukemia. Like, they're like, you know you had leukemia? Breathe. I never had leukemia. Like, what?
That's a fancy story.
Girl, your mom said you had leukemia when you were 5 years old.
Yeah, but there's no, like, there's no, what?